Alright guys, welcome to my channel. This is Short Slabs here with another massive PSA mail day video here. This is a 106 card mail day that I will be revealing for you guys. I've already done the video for the PSA grade reveal, so if you have seen that video, this is just going to be the cards itself. If you have not seen that video, feel free to check that video out. I'm also going to link the raw card video as well. But if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. Here I give you all the market analysis or all the information regarding the market analysis, hobby analysis, hot trends, sports card grading, flipping, so that you can either enjoy this hobby either as a collector, flipper, and investor. And also, obviously, this has a very, very strong grading twist. So we are going to go through these boxes. Let me get them in order really, really quick. This is a very fun video that I did for the graded card reveal, so I would highly encourage everybody to take a look at that video. I'm going to start doing that for all my videos because I think it's pretty entertaining. It's entertaining for me, at least. All right, so I've got all these guys in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to put all these guys off to the side really quick, other than a couple boxes that we are going to open. So I'll keep 1 and 2 here handy. And the last time I got an order, they did not tape this edge. They have begun taping that now. I'd really rather them not tape it, to be perfectly honest. Just because it's... I mean, the cards themselves could open, but honestly, I just don't want to damage the box. And it's a lot better if I don't have to damage the box and everything just goes smooth. And I'm probably really going to hurt myself at one day trying to open this stuff. But there's so many really good cards in here, guys. It is unbelievable. All the cool cards that are in here. So the approximate value of this order, I have to look at the spreadsheets, but we are talking close to $40,000 in resale value for this 106 card order. So I have the cards here in the back. You can see there's Lamar Jackson, serial numbered to 149. So that's clearly my blue refractor, the blue prism, blue hollow, blue whatever. I don't know what they really call it. I think they just call it blue. All right, so we got a thickie in here. So it looks like one is thick. So these cards are not in order, it doesn't look like. All right, I don't think they're in order at least. So let's go ahead and jump in. So very first one is a Lamar Jackson Silver Prism PSA 9. Beautiful, beautiful card. So yeah, you guys can see that. Really, really sharp card. Let's see here. I was hoping that this would come back PSA 10. So we'll do some examining of these cards also. So we've seen the grades. So maybe a little bit off center left to right, but not terrible. So that's card number 556. And I'm going to try to put these guys in order. This is my PSA 7. All right, let's highlight this guy right off the bat. PSA 7. What is wrong with you? Holy crap. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with you. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any surface gashes or any surface dings. Corners all look sharp. What is wrong with this card? What is wrong with it? There's maybe like a print mark here. That's not going to knock it down to a 7. Oh my gosh. I would love to just crack this card out and resub it just to see what happens. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right, PSA 10, Lamar Jackson. These are now, again, $700 cards. Yeah, these are kind of all over the place. Why are these all over the place? 6, 49.50, 558. All right, let's try to put these in order as we go, I guess. Okay, Lamar Jackson, Blue Velocity, or Leukodontic, sorry. And this one came back in 8, and it's an 8 because left to right centered is pretty horrendous. Top to bottom is not that great either. So that's about what I expected for that card. Here is, yeah, this is really random. Lamar Jackson, PSA 9 from downtown. I don't think it's really called from. Very tough grade, man. This easily could have been a 10. Just show you guys up close. Very clean looking 9, if I don't say so myself. Okay, so Lamar Jackson Select PSA 10. So this one is a lot more centered relative to this one. So y'all can see the fat borders on the left and right. So whenever you have these cards side by side, if that card was submitted solo, it may come back a 10, but because it had a better comparison, the grade are probably split. So that's probably my fault for submitting these in the same order, to be honest, because I think this other one is just as centered. So beautiful card. So this one's right around, I believe, $900 bucks. So I'm trying to put these guys in order as I go, because I don't like that they're not in order. All right, this is the thick card, the Lamar Jackson Rookie Threads. Beautiful card. I've graded several of these, and they've come back PSA 10s, like maybe a handful of 9s. Back corner has a little bit of white on it, but nothing that would hold this back from a PSA 10. Yeah, man, very, very tough grade, very tough grade. It's got a little fuzz and a little dirt on it, but nothing terrible. So if we go, all right, next up is Luka. So this is at the very bottom of the order. All right, so Leukodontic Prism Emergent. So this is a freebie again that I got, and I thought that it was going to come back a PSA 10, and it did not. And if I look at this card, the corners look great. Corners look amazing. There's nothing wrong with the surface. The centering left to right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I think that might be where, but I don't know. I mean, this is not a terribly off-centered card. I mean, even the E and the T for Emergent, yeah, it's a head scratcher. Goodness gracious, these serial numbers are all over the place. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, PSA 10. Again, I love my patties. Absolutely love my patties. Very, very clean card. PSA 10. This is number 45. This is one of the 9s that I got. And I got 3 of these 9s, I believe. So you can count the bubbles on the left. The bubbles are a little fatter here than they are on the left, but it's still within PSA 10 tolerance. And on the back, top corners look good. Bottom corners look good. This one's a little fuzzy, but not dinged. It's hard to pick that up. It kind of looks dinged right here, but it's really more fuzzy. That could have been what's done it, but I've seen worse. I've graded worse that got better grades. All right, here's a 10. Again, the bubbles within tolerance. This one's it's worse than the 9 left to right. But if we look at back corners are solid. Solid. Yeah, so some of these are really, I'm really having to earn the grades for some of these cards. All right, next up is another 9. So this one is much better centered. Much, much better centered. And then on the back, man, okay. What in the world are they seeing? This is an amazing pop and regrade card. Oh my gosh, I've never popped and regraded a PSA, but that one, and is there anything on the surface? Anything? Well, so whenever I look at these, I don't know if that's something that's on the surface that wouldn't come off, or if that was already there. So that may be it. That may actually be the problem with that card, is the surface. There's a little surface goo on it. So next up is another 9, and this one is a little off left to right. A little off. And it has a little bit of that bottom corner. Looks almost identical to that other PSA 9. So, right, get these guys in order. Next up, beautiful, beautiful Trae Young. This is a monster card in my opinion. Monster. Perfectly centered. Very, very difficult to find these. These are very limited. I'm not a big fan of buying base optic, base prism for guys who aren't like in the top echelon. I mean, he's climbing obviously, but big fan of fast break. Beautiful PSA 10. All right, back to LJack. So this is a PSA 8. Very, very nicely centered PSA 8. And I don't really know what's going on with it. Could be this corner. So if we look at the corner, the back bottom left, it does look like there's a corner issue. See if y'all can see that. So that was the issue with that card. Yeah, usually these corners are very, very sharp. Very, very sharp. So PSA 10, PSA 10, and a PSA 9. I think that I have a couple more of these Lamars out. So we'll see how the rest of the grading goes. That one's centered pretty nicely. Next up, a big, big monster card. So here's a PSA 10 Lamar Jackson, a gorgeous blue card, numbered to 149. So this one is probably in the 2,500, 3,000 range if I were to put a guess on it. Super, super clean card, very, very sharp. Happy to have that. All right, so that's the first box. Next up, let's go ahead and bust into this next one here. All right, so next up, let's see what we have. These are all a little out of order, so don't really know how they're going to come or how they're going to be displayed. So next we've got our Lukas. So this looks like it's going to be a Luka heavy box. All right, so first one, we have a near mint 8 Luka. That one's actually centered pretty nicely. Here is a gem mint 10. So this is number 78, so there's 74. So beautiful gem mint. This one, again, these are all out of order. I have no idea how they box these things. Mint 9. Then another gem 10. And that gem 10 is actually a very lucky 10. I would think that the 8 is actually much more centered than this 10, as is this 9. So that's my take on the centering. Obviously, there's more parameters to it than just centering, but for the most part, that's pretty true. Another 10, so this is card number 76, or serial number ending in 76. Beautifully centered Luka. This one's very, very clean. Very, very clean. Gorgeous. Very sharp. We have our shocks. 7. PSA 7 shock. I honestly don't know what's wrong with these cards. I know that they're not centered well, so it's probably at least enough to knock it down to an 8. But yeah, the shocks are very difficult grades. Just very, very difficult. All right. So here is another PSA 10. So they're giving me all the 10s here, at least in order. And then I can show you all the disappointing, the other ones that are a little disappointing. So it's almost like they pulled the 10s out and they gave those first, and then there's a couple borderline ones maybe those 9s or whatever that were sprinkled in, or 8s were borderline, and like, nah, we're going to knock it down. So this is very, very centered, centered sharply for a 9. Gorgeous, pretty solid. Then here's the 7.5 shock, and that one is way off centered, but it is actually better. It has a better grade assignment than the other shock. So yeah, look at my 7s and 7.5s. I sent these in for the heck of it, man. Like normally I wouldn't send this stuff in, but I kind of got mad that I bought these, and they didn't have pictures of the actual cards, and they came in very, very off-centered, very off-centered. So next up, we have a PSA 9. And this PSA 9 Luka, let's see how this guy looks. A very, very generous 9. Very generous 9. That is way off-centered. Yeah, so the serial, if you have the serial numbers, 59, 60, 61, I put them in order of what I thought was worst to best, especially in terms of centering. This one was, I thought, off-centered top to bottom, so it was way, way off-centered top to bottom. So this one is card number 62. And here we go. Now they're in a little bit better order. Card 63, Gem 10. Card number 64. So maybe that one, maybe whenever the grader got them in their hands, they shuffled around because that one's way off center, top to bottom. It's another 8-5. And this one's off center, top to bottom. Then PSA 9. So it's a generous grade top to bottom, to be quite honest, for that to be a 9. So I'm actually very happy with some of the 9s. Very, very happy with the 9s. I couldn't have been happier that the Luka grades came out the way that they did. Again, when in the video, I was expecting maybe 5 gem mints just based on the centering grades that I was seeing, but I'm very, very happy with the grades. Very, very happy. So super, super clean stuff. All right, last one, number 75. Yeah, so I think that they probably moved a lot of these out of order. Some look like they were in order, but then maybe some that were moved a little bit. All right, so that's box number 2. 4 more to go. I think the last box is not as heavy, at least. So let's get these guys out of the way and move on to the next one. So, next box. Okay, next box. So we still have some Luka cards in here, and we will see if these are part of those. All right, the very first card at the very top. Beautiful. Unbelievable. Beautiful card. This is now a $5,000 card. 5 G's for this Luka. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, this next one, I'm a little disappointed in the grade. A little bit disappointed. I'm going to see if I can put some of this stuff down. That way the cases don't get scratched. I was hoping that this was going to come back a PSA 10, but it came back a 9, but still a very valuable card and very highly sought after. This one is so, so clean. So clean. This is a crack and resub candidate for sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sell it. I'm not selling. I've already sold the silver PSA 10, and now it's a $23,000, $24,000 card. Keeping the base. Definitely going to keep the base. All right, Revolution, Rookie Revolution. These cards are very, very sharp. Expected 3 out of 5. Honestly, if I were to predict this, not using conservative estimates, I would have thought that I would have did better. Maybe 4 out of 5 gems. So here's 1 gem. Here's a 9. So let's see what's up with the 9. Surface is clean on these for the most part. Corners on the front are usually clean. So if we look at the back corners on the bottom look good. Back corners on the top look good. This is a beautiful looking 9. Very, very clean looking 9. All right, another PSA 10. Then another PSA 9. Let's see how this one looks. Sorry, I'm being highly critical and scrutinizing the 9s just because that's what I want to see. What did I miss? And if there's anything that I can pick up in reviewing. And this is another 9 that is a PSA 10 candidate, in my opinion. All right, last but not least, another PSA 10. Very clean. All these looked almost identical. They all looked identical. Oh, I had another one. Perfect. Forgot that there was another one. All right, beautiful. So not all these, but some of these are going to be available. Let's see this next one, Luka Groove 9. Again, I was really hoping that this one was come back at 10. So let's see. Top corners look pretty good. Surface looks good. Bottom left corner good. Bottom right corner good. Flip it over. And it looks like these corners are really, really good, guys. Very tough grade. Tough grade. Bottom left, a little white showing, but not enough to ding it. Tough grade. Very, very tough grade. But is what it is. All right, so yeah, I would hope that Revolution would have done a little bit better. So next up, we have a Leukodontic Chronicles green parallel. So it's green because of the name as well as the logo. And this one came back at PSA 9. So let's take a look and see what we got here. So we look at those top corners. Top corners look good. A little dust on the case. Got the bottom corners. They look pretty good. And on the back corners look very clean. This is a clean looking 9. Very, very clean looking 9. And PSA 10. So really like this Luka. This is another green version, but PSA 10 version. So next is our status. So this is the red status. It came back at PSA 9. Very, very sharp. So this one does have a surface bubble here. I would say that's probably why it came back at 9. And again, PSA is really starting to crack down on those just as a mechanism to... they've usually not cracked down on that previously because the rest of this card looks spotless. So next is a blue version. So we actually have a status blue. And this blue looks also clean, very, very clean. Turn it around on the back. Back corners look really good. Bottom left corner has a little bit of fraying on it. You all can see that a little bit, but not terrible, not terrible. So next up is a Panini Chronicles Bronze. This is for the regular playoff set, and I knew this one was going to come back at 9. It has a corner ding right there, but not many of these graded, and I just wanted to have one of those slabbed. So it came back at 9. Then we have a Classics. So this is the Classics rookie that came back at 9. And that Classics rookie looks very, very clean. Man, some of these 10s had to earn it. They really had to earn it. All right, next up is the Teen Spirit Chronicles PSA 10. Super sharp looking card. Very tough to grade due to the surface. Surface on these is painful. And next up, we've got its big brother, but womp womp. It came back a 9. So if we look on this card, it's numbered to 149. Does have a slight issue with the corner on the back. So I can see why this one definitely came back a 9. And then next up, we have our Crusade. So Panini Crusade PSA 9. I have a couple of these raw now that I'm getting ready to send in, so this is a good guinea pig. Let's see what we have on the back. Back bottom right corner has a little bit of edge wear, but dude, this is not uncommon for a lot of cards. So Pretty clean looking 9. A lot of these 9s look very, very clean, which is good. I mean, the optics are the only ones that are a little, I guess, fitting of a 9 category from what you would see. But there's a lot of these that are very high eye appeal 9s, in my opinion. Very good eye appeal, good centering, not much issue in terms of issues with the card. This is the Chronicles Obsidian Preview. This is now a $1,300 card. $1,300. It's insane. Insane. Insanity. All right. Next up. All right. So next, this is box number 4. Okay. So let's see what we got in box number 4. Let's flip these guys over. All right, so for box number 4, we have a winter card here. So this is a LUKA Panini Hoops Winter version. These are very low pop. Very low pop. Also getting increasingly more difficult to grade. So very difficult to grade. That one's a little out of order. So we're finishing up. Obsidian is next. I'm kind of glad that they had that one first. That way, if there's any case damage, it being the first card, it would be that one and not this. So sharp Obsidian. Next, we have an 8.5 LUKA Phoenix. Let's see what we missed on this. So we've got a little dust. All these cases with the new boxes have a little dust on them. Yeah. So let's see. What do we miss on this? I don't see any surface issues of note. Get rid of all the dust. The top left corner has a little bit of a ding on it. So that one's probably what is holding that one back. So top left corner has a ding. This one is a 9. It's a pretty clean looking 9. Not too bad. I love these Phoenix cards, man. These Phoenix cards are unbelievable. Again, I've said this a number of times. Anything shiny, LUKA is worth getting, especially non-Prism cards. I think Prism cards are way highly bid up. These PSA 10s are still less than $1,000. Raw, you can still get these in the 160, 170 range, although I've bid that previously, but I keep getting outbid on cards, so I don't know what the true market value is, because if I keep pushing my bids higher, I keep getting outbid for a lot of these that are coming to auction. So I don't really know what the true, I mean, maybe 200 is probably the raw price if you're trying to outsnipe somebody. But these PSA 10s are in the 500 range and climbing. So the 9s are, I really don't know what the 9s are going for, but we're going to find out, because the 9s will definitely come to auction for sure. And then we got another 10. Next after this is my favorite card in the entire order. Oh boy. Next up. Unbelievable. I am so happy that the PSA gods gave me a PSA 10 on this card. This card is gorgeous. I bought this before blues were taken off because I mean, go back to my original Raw video and listen to what I said about this card. Way back whenever I dropped this video. I love this card. And it has shot up in value tremendously since then. I mean, this card is crazy. It is so clean. Yep, definitely going to the PC. Definitely going to the PC. Score rookie, PSA 10. Another score rookie, PSA 10. Then we have another winter rookie. So again, I have 2 of these. Not doing a bait and switch. So 2 of these guys. Then also we have the yellow. So the yellow was a retail exclusive, I believe Dollar Tree. So there's not many of these out there. And in my opinion, this one's a 50-50. Whether or not it's a PSA 10 or a PSA 9. On this day, it was a PSA 9. It does have a little bit, I got some dirt on my fingers. It does have a little bit of a, kind of a surface, not bubble, but it's like a micro bubble. That could be potentially something that's holding the card back. But otherwise, this is a very, very clean looking card. Even in a 9 holder, don't underestimate the 9s. 9s are very, very sharp. All right, next up, Kemba Walker. I got obliterated with these, man. I absolutely got obliterated with these. Near mint 8. Mint 9. And they're all centered very, very well. Mint 9. Oh my gosh, this is so painful. This is just so painful to see. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. I got all these Kembas from one seller too. Seller that I know doesn't grade, that was hoarding these. So these were fresh wild Lukas, all from the same seller. No real big surface issues. But yeah, grades were not favorable. The grades were not favorable. All right, fit box 5. So let's see, box number 5. I believe the last box, box number 6, is it's not all that full, so it won't have a lot of cards in it. All right, so next up, Kemba 9. All right, I got a Kemba 10. I cannot believe it. There's a 10. This is another guy who's underrated in my opinion. Coming to the Celtics was the best thing for his hobby career because he's actually going to be playing deep in the playoffs. People are going to see him and what he does. This one came back a 7. What in the world? Centering is clean. So, all right, there's got to be something here. There has to be. I don't know, man. I don't know. Trying to think, did I wipe down the back surface of these cards before I submitted them? Because if that's the case where it's like I got killed because I forgot to wipe down the back, I mean, that's possible. It is very, very possible. Because there is a lot of 9s in here on cards that look clean on the front. But it's very, very possible. All right, next up, Ronnie Cunha Jr. Regular holiday PSA 9 bat down. Beautiful Trae Young. Unbelievable. Auto PSA 10. I've graded a couple of these now, PSA 10s. Super, super clean. It's about $500, $600, $700. Kawhi Leonard Orange. So this one's shot up a lot. So this is numbered to 49. So Optic Contenders Orange. With his 1 year in the Raptors where he won the ring. So I don't know how his Raptors cards are going to do long term, but I'm interested to see how the hobby receives those over time, whether those are going to be iconic or not. All right, next up. This is disappointing. This is really disappointing. So no real big issues with the surface of this Giannis. I mean, the difference in a PSA 8 and a PSA 9 is what, $1,300, $1,400 to $3,000, $3,500. The difference in a PSA 9 to a PSA 10 is what, $3,500 to $7,000. So this one may be a resub candidate potentially. I don't know. I mean, the surface is not perfect, but it's not horrible either. So I can see where it would not be gem mint, but 8, 8's a little rough. And then they did it to my SP Authentic, man. Why'd they do that? Why'd they have to do this? They did both of them dirty. Top corners look good. This one has a little bit of edge fraying, or corner fraying, sorry. So we see the back corners. That's the one that has the back corner fraying. So yeah, man, tough grade on that. Tough. Does have something on that edge. I don't know if it's on the card or got trapped in the case. Can't tell. So that could be also potentially contribute to it. So PSA 10 Zion, orange ice. Dude, Zion cards have taken a dump lately. They have taken a massive dump. It's crazy. Next up is this Slam Funk. So this Slam Funk is very, very sharp, but you all can see this. It has surface wear. Maybe. Right there. You all see that? That's surface wear. So I bought the card, and I was kind of disappointed that it came in that way, and I was like, oh, this card's going to get killed. Came back a near mint 8, which is actually very, very surprising to me. It's a rare Kobe insert that doesn't get a lot of love, so super clean. Next up, though, I'm super happy about these. Oh, my gosh. Finding these guys out raw in the wild and getting these mint grades, very happy. LeBron James rookie, PSA 9. Gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful card, PSA 9. Had, honestly, a very good shot at a PSA 10. I think the only thing holding it back is maybe that bottom right corner. This is a Beckett 9.5. All day long. All day long, this is a 9.5 at Beckett. And then we have the Topps rookie, which all day long, this may be a 9.5 at Beckett. Top to bottom centering is tough. So that's the big thing holding this card back. Otherwise, this would be probably gem mint if it weren't for the centering. It's a beautiful card. Beautiful. It's iconic now. It's becoming iconic. Then the Fleer rookie. So Fleer came back a PSA 8. Pretty nicely centered, but I believe that it had some issues on either the corners or edges or something. Yeah, that back corner wasn't perfectly sharp. So very, very happy to have all those LeBrons. Those are very, very clean. The man of the week, though, Juan Soto. Heritage Chrome rookie, number to 999, PSA 10. And his stuff has taken off like a rocket, including these two rainbow foils, PSA 10s. I have a couple more here. So that's the end of box 5. And now let's open up the last box here. All right, last box. All right, last box. So let's see. Let's grab these guys out. And, oh yeah, forgot about this Luka. Out of order a little bit, but Leukodontic, Premier PSA 10. Super clean. Very, very clean. Then we have the Freshman Phenoms that came back a PSA 9. I think that's highway robbery. Got robbed a little bit on this one. Then a Lamar Jackson. This one is the Concourse version. Came back a PSA 9. So let's see the corners here. So top corners, very, very sharp, but the bottom corners have a little bit of white, so that's why that one didn't come back gem. Then we have the Dazzle. So we have a Dazzle 9. You all saw I did buy another raw one of these that I'm also going to send in to get graded as well. So this one has a little bit of a corner wear on the back, so that one's probably why it came back the grade that it did. But then I have 2 10s. At least I think I have 2 10s. Hopefully it's in here somewhere. Then we have Juan Soto Hands on the Hips. So this one came back PSA 9. And I'm pretty happy about that grade because it does have edge wear here at the top, and I think that's one of the big reasons why it came back a mint 9. Still a very, very clean card. Then we have the batting card. So this one is a PSA 10, US 300. I think these are now pushing almost 300 now as of this morning. Mid 200s to 300. Insane. Crazy. Then we've got Trae Young Hollow, the Rookies PSA 10. Beautiful card. There's that other Luka. So Luka Dazzle that came back at PSA 10. And last but not least, this card is a big monster card also. It was the first card in the order, but it was a little bit out of order. Kawhi Leonard Fx PSA 10. Monster. I mean, this is like an $800-900 card in PSA 10 grade. Super, super clean. So guys, I know this is a long video. A lot of really cool cards here. Over $40,000 worth of sports cards in this order. I was very, very happy with the order. The gem rate was very low. We're talking 47 cards out of 106, I believe. So not many gem mint cards in this order, but still going to do very, very well. As I bought these, and there's been a lot of card price appreciation over the past couple of months. So overall, I'm going to do pretty well on these. I'm probably going to PC several of these cards, especially some of the rare Luka cards. And maybe the Kawhi FX, but I have a couple more of those at PSA as well, so I may sell it. I don't know. But check out for all these cards coming up to auction probably in the next week or so through Propstein. But if you like any of these cards or just want to make a comment, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also, subscribe to the channel if this is content that you like, as I'm always doing PSA mail days, raw card mail days, hobby analysis, hot sheets. You name it. Any types of tips, questions, or anything that you all have in terms of the types of videos that you all would like for me to make, by all means, drop them down below and I will try to get those out as quickly as I can. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope that you all have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.